I am very, very honored and delighted to be here tonight with a very special guest. Alicia Schabel, a dear, dear friend of the victim, Travis Alexander. We thank you so much for joining us, and we are going to hear many stories from Alicia tonight about her good friend, Travis Alexander, his generosity towards her in particular, and also what happened with Jodi Arias at the memorial service for Travis Alexander, Jodi Arias's bizarre behavior. So that's in just a second, but first, we've got exclusive, brand new information just in from our producer, Celine Darkle-Stanian. Celine, I understand you've spoken with members of Travis Alexander's family or a member of Travis Alexander's family. What are you learning tonight?
Yes, Jane, I spoke to someone very close to the family who's been in court every day. And basically the mood is the families are split up. They're in two remote locations. They're waiting, they're pacing, they're nervous, their palms are sweaty. They are just very anxious and they're trying to keep busy, but they're cooped up in these houses. Remember, they're not here at the courthouse. They're waiting at their remote locations and waiting until they get a call from Juan Martinez. Juan Martinez is going to call them, and as soon as they get his call, they are going to all drive in. So they are just waiting by their phones and waiting for that phone call from Juan. And you have to remember, some of them have young kids. They're a very big family. They're 8 siblings. And so 8 of those siblings have husbands, wives, children. And so they're just trying to keep busy. They have the TVs on in the house watching HLN. They're looking at their phones, and they're just trying to pass the time until they get the call.
Well, they put their entire lives on hold for this trial, and now this waiting game has to be excruciating. It's nerve-wracking for us reporters. I was talking earlier about how I was afraid to go get lunch all day because every time I tried to walk across the street, something told me inside, I think there's going to be a verdict, and I'd come back here hoping that there would be, and then nothing. So let me go to Jean Casares, and you have just come out of the 5th floor. You've come down from the 5th floor where these deliberations are going on. What have you learned?
They are deliberating continuously through the day. You know, yesterday we definitely saw there was a lunch hour because 8 of them went out. Now today, a security guard deputy took 2 out, and then 3 out, and then an hour and a half later 5 out. But that doesn't seem like a regular lunch hour, right? And I'll tell you something. I can't tell you across the board, but I see some jurors that are just defiant. The facial expression that they have as they walk. There was one female juror, and she looks like Jodi's mother, spitting image of Jodi Arias' mother, and she's walking like this, as she goes to the elevator, defiant.
Well, is it possible that jurors have split up into factions? Because I was getting emails all day. Okay, 5 jurors have gone out with some guards. 3 jurors have gone out, and they've come back with soda. And it almost seems like they were going out in clusters.
Or was it just, who wants to go out and get a soda? I do. Who needs to smoke break? I do. So maybe it's just inadvertent, not clusters as cliques, but just inadvertent.